Kendrick Perkins, bro. Welcome to the show.
Hey man, look, I'm so motherfucking happy to be on here with some real motherfuckers. But look, before we even get started, man, I gotta tell y'all, boy, you motherfuckers is something serious. You hear me? You motherfuckers doing big things. Now, real talk. I said I can go in this motherfucker and speak this old country broken English too. Fuck. If I stutter, motherfucker, you understand what I'm talking about.
So big.
Yeah, man, this ain't English class. This motherfucking basketball we talking about. Real talk. That's the only beef she have with a motherfucker. Goddamn, you got basketball on this motherfucker. That I'm praying for you because I know a lot of motherfuckers, like, you know, these motherfuckers out here standing on the front line, like, these motherfuckers before they time, man, and I applaud that shit, man. But for at one point, shit, motherfuckers was having to dress up in suits. Man, motherfuckers going through a pandemic, you having to go through all this shit, you stand in the hotel room, can't leave. Shit, a motherfucker might want to fire up that loud. You know what I'm saying? Let a motherfucker fire up that loud. You know, whatever they smoking, whether it's the Skittles, the OG Kush, the motherfucker, you know, I like to fuck with the perk. With a motherfucking loud, they're fired up. You know I want the perk, right? Shit. The motherfucking so I hit the motherfucking man, look, I hit the motherfucking loud, man, and I forgot every motherfucking thing I was gonna say. So every motherfucker out there who is smoking loud, smoke it. I get it. Jason Tatum is that motherfucking Ferrari in a garage. You know what I'm saying? Well, you could make that into a motherfucking hotshot truck. And I'm like, nah, this that motherfucker. And then Danny Ainge, let me tell you how bad of a motherfucker he is. Kyrie, one of the most skilled motherfuckers to touch the ball. Motherfucker, you gotta want to lock up. A motherfucker can say what they want, and these motherfuckers not young, man. They old. Like, we gotta see motherfuckers. You got to see motherfuckers getting over the screen and getting to a motherfucking body. And we got to see a motherfucker on the help side. Motherfucker talk about what y'all did offensively, but y'all had motherfucking Dirk in a motherfucking straitjacket. Y'all was committed to the motherfucking defensive end. And it didn't have shit to do with schemes. It was just y'all mentality like, motherfucker, you got me fucked up. I'ma lock up. Motherfuckers go pay, and he's backing that shit up. A motherfucker say whatever they want about Paul George. And Marcus Morris has accepted his role as coming in as a motherfucking six man. And these motherfuckers is good. And them motherfuckers is on a mission, man. Motherfuckers, we bought in on the defensive end. The Montrezl Harrell, who motherfuckers don't give enough credit to. Dennis the Menace. This motherfucker ain't backing down from nobody. But you know what? That motherfucking Taylor Horton Tucker. I don't know why he don't get motherfucking more minutes, because, hey, this motherfucker done been here before, man. I think I got 2 motherfucking MVPs in Shaq and the Fool, right? You signed up for the fortune and the motherfucking fame. Why are these guys so sensitive to motherfuckers talking about basketball? A motherfucker knew not to bless me. Man, I wouldn't give a damn what a motherfucker was saying about me. Like, it's basketball. We would have been like, Shaq, man, shit, watch. We gonna show your motherfucking ass. Watch what we do. We getting back in the lab and we gonna prove a motherfucker wrong. I want every motherfucking player to get as much dollars as they possibly can. To get your motherfucking letters. And you know how this motherfucker got 100 million now? Like, let these motherfuckers get their bread. That's the only thing I be on. Other than that, motherfuckers need to quit being sensitive. We talking motherfucking basketball. And the last thing that I am is a motherfucking sellout. I ain't give 2 fucks. But if a motherfucker came at me on some, all right, man, whatever. Put me on Shaq and the Fool every motherfucking week, motherfucker. If that make you happy. Steve came in, I ain't no bullshit. 6'8", motherfucker sham guard and hit motherfucker. I'm like, damn, boo. You told me motherfucker was playing like the 4-5 when you had him. You ain't telling this motherfucker had all this. But we in that motherfucker practicing. Motherfuckers was trying to stick Steve on the perimeter. He was getting his work off, but motherfuckers was like, hold on, man. If I could kind of play against Steven Jackson, he getting off. I ain't afraid of no motherfucker. So that's what we was on. Went worked out, grinded there after motherfuckers finished playing. And shit, man. I have a little episode, motherfucker. I got to, we about to have a whole motherfucking riot started. Because a motherfucker was in the wrong, did some shit to us, and we ride. Motherfuckers hitting us with motherfucking them
Billy clubs and shit.
Billy clubs and shit. Shit, my motherfucking TV was watching Steve Jack. That's how a motherfucker was. You know what I'm saying? Donnie is my motherfucking brother for sure. Like, that's my boy. But, man, we got some motherfucking haters. And, like, it just tell you how motherfuckers be trying to come between people. It's like getting it going, great guests on that motherfucker. Motherfuckers like, man, why Stack ain't got you on yet? And I'm like, motherfucker, relax, man. Relax, motherfucker. Let them motherfuckers get the shit going first, man. But it just show you how motherfuckers are and how they try to come between motherfuckers. But they wasn't coming between me and Jack. I don't give a fuck. Motherfucker, you could miss me with that shit.
Right.
Matter of fact, the same motherfucker who's saying it, I'ma block you right now and move along, cause I ain't with that bullshit. But that's how much a motherfucker. Nah, real talk. Cause that's how much motherfuckers are trying to.
You don't need that kind of energy.
You apart. So I went that motherfucker, Matt, and Steve was there, and I tore that bitch up. Like, I tore that motherfucker up. So motherfucker was going to the motherfucking Dell. I put up 41 in that motherfucker, right? I killed him, like, went to work on that motherfucker. The motherfuckers never said a word to me. This was in May. Motherfuckers still don't tell me nothing. They sitting there calm. I'm in this motherfucker like, man, I ain't got no motherfucking guarantee. It's what ended up happening, they trade the motherfucking pick. Motherfucker Butte had me skipping senior skip day. Only thing he let me go to was prom, man. Motherfucker had me going there at 5 in the morning. When I got my check, I bought them a motherfucking crib before I bought myself a house. Yep. This motherfucking, we go to the mamas and pop shops where we from. It's shrimp fried rice. Pack the motherfucker up. We drive 31 hours to Boston. Motherfucker, I was there at the middle of August. Motherfuckers it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Man, I had some great vets in that motherfucker, man. Like, I had some of them old soul motherfuckers. You sitting in this motherfucker till everybody leave this bitch. Like, I had 8 and 8 in that motherfucker. I'm in that bitch dunking. Shit, that's a lot of motherfucking money. I said, shit, you got me fucked up. I'm going out there and knock these motherfuckers out. Paul was like, oh, nah, this motherfucker like that. Motherfucking Paul, but motherfucker, we got KG. We about to win the title. Not letting the motherfucking guard come down here or turn the corner on the pick and roll. So that's the most unselfish motherfucker I ever played with in my life. You know, all the interns around that motherfucker, he used to buy them 5 custom-made suits. We won that motherfucker. We go set screens, get these motherfuckers open. That motherfucker just had your hands ready. KG had that motherfucking intensity, man. Shit. Motherfucker, you gotta be locked in, fuck around with him. Y'all can feel the motherfucking vibe when you meet a real motherfucker and know it's authentic. Who is KG on that motherfucker, on all the smoke? Man, motherfucker cooler than a fan, man. A real motherfucker who would get the shirt off his back and got a heart of gold, man. I didn't like that motherfucker. He didn't like me either when he was in Minnesota. So, motherfucker didn't know. Man, this motherfucker just tied on the string together. He like, hold on, man. This motherfucker know he got his IQ right. This motherfucker going to war with me. I remember he was like, man, y'all motherfuckers crowning them. So, when you walked in that motherfucker, you had to see it. And we all read that motherfucker. And he made sure pregame he was like, you hear what these motherfuckers said? We came out and smacked them motherfuckers by 50. That's when I knew. I was like, oh, shit. We on a motherfucker was like the hood. I'm talking about, man, shirt off, big-ass boom box on the front, motherfucker shooting dice, motherfucker arm wrestling for money, man. It was going down on them. We in that motherfucker kicking it. We got motherfuckers like T.A., old shot time motherfucker on the dice, gambling, so that you there to play motherfucking basketball. Then on top of that, we going against a bad motherfucker on the other side. So, hell, shit, all the motherfuckers, you know them ancient motherfuckers that was on them motherfuckers.
All them motherfuckers.
Yeah, you got Casal head up, body that motherfucker. Shit, we go trap Kobe on pick and rolls till he get the ball out of his motherfucking hands. That once we got a motherfucker back home, it was going to be a problem because that motherfucker got the rocking. And you know how hostile it getting in those Boston arenas. Motherfuckers will tell you everything under the sun. Motherfuckers was tied on the string. I could tell that Kobe was pissed like a motherfucker. And I was saying to myself, I said, man, look, next year if we make it back, this motherfucker gonna have it on his mind. But I was still scared than a motherfucker because I'm like, man, this league ain't safe. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, like this motherfucker started hitting fadeaways over double teams and shit out of the corner 3. I'm like, man, shit, here we go with this shit again. Shit, we go develop these motherfuckers. Rondo, you got the keys, Perk. Here, I'm about to give you some little offensive package. Motherfucker, you ain't gonna be doing all that shimmy shaking. You dunk that motherfucker, and they start motherfucking let Rondo have the keys to the car, and that's when we had to pull out the motherfucking gloves in the weight room and let Ray and Rondo put the motherfuckers on and go at it for a minute. Man, Rondo was got on Ray ass, man, like a motherfucker. Motherfuckers about to fight, and motherfucker next day they like, damn, Perk, why you didn't run up in the mix? I'm like, shit, I was breaking it up, but y'all gotta understand, man, Stack my motherfucking family. And there's no hate, but you know, motherfucker gotta keep it real, and this is why I said, motherfuckers ain't buying into all that hoorah and defensive and exit. Yeah, you got to play defense, but you got to let motherfuckers rock out on the offensive end. All that player movement and running sets, motherfuckers ain't doing that. High pick and roll or ISO, let these motherfuckers go to work. The motherfucking matchups is even. We down there, we battling like a motherfucker, we going at it. So, man, I tell my motherfucking ACL, man, Kobe had 15 motherfucking rebounds at the 2-guard position. Motherfucker wanted that shit, man, and like, shit, Kobe could have that motherfucker, man. I'm glad he took it. Motherfucker shipped me up out of there. Well, man, that's gonna be a hard motherfucker to get across right there. Man, when I got into that motherfucker and I saw these young motherfuckers and how hard they work, I was like, man, these some bad motherfuckers. If I just bring this leadership in this motherfucker and preach roles and how the motherfuckers prepare and how much time they put into the gym, I was like, nah, these motherfuckers is on a mission. Shooing behind motherfuckers' back, motherfuckers saying this about them, who's one of my favorite motherfucking, 2 motherfucking knee braces on like I was an offensive lineman. Man, I ain't gonna lie, Dirk gave us that motherfucking work, man. He was a motherfucking problem. I'm going out swinging, motherfucker. Like, say what you want. That motherfucker was bad, man.
Dirk was a killer.
Y'all was like, motherfucker, we about to get up and down. Your motherfucking ass gonna have to slide these, puppies. That motherfucker that motherfucker couldn't miss, and I think it was in game 6. We was like, what the fuck? Steve Kerr was like, oh, hoe ass nigga, what you was saying? Motherfucker, you got me fucked up. Too, and that motherfucker started clanking that motherfucker off the side of the rim and back, bull. Motherfucker used to push him, throw elbows. I would never rattle him, but I used to just try to, like, motherfucker, you go do something today, motherfucker. Fight back.
You gonna earn it tonight.
He ain't talking no shit, but that motherfucker give you that work. Man, we got these motherfuckers who over here waiting on us. You know, they got all these motherfuckers who chasing they hardware. So, shit,
yeah, he was cooking.
We got to motherfucking Miami shit. It was everything motherfucker do. We couldn't get that motherfucker to buy a bucket of that motherfucker. This motherfucker was out here motherfucking night. This motherfucker was eating fruit and go eat McDonald's. This motherfucker had fruit and water. And watching this motherfucker and how he went about his day. This motherfucker will wake up at 5, working out that motherfucker, practice hard than a motherfucker, probably have a motherfucking commercial to go do. This motherfucker got his trainer with him. And so I'm watching how this motherfucker basically got a schedule. This is why this motherfucker who he is. This motherfucker was getting it in, man. Like, this motherfucker go gamble and play cards like a motherfucker. He go do, he a cool motherfucker. This motherfucker is different. That motherfucker got to get up out of here. Shit, I was a motherfucking male groupie, hooping. Is I never took playing with the motherfuckers for granted. There's some bad motherfuckers I played with. When we won that motherfucking ring, man, Paul ain't back down to now motherfucker. Man, it's a hell of a motherfucking run. Of all the motherfucking categories, Paul in his younger motherfucking days, y'all mean was a motherfucker. Well, motherfucker had to buy 100 tickets. I ain't have 2 motherfuckers that was ready to go back at me like that. Like, motherfucker, nigga, we can meet them back by the buses. So I'm like, shit, this motherfucker ain't backing down. He talking shit. This motherfucker body just as heavy and strong as I am. And one thing a motherfucker can't do is tell me what to say. This motherfucker ain't the right person. Tell the motherfucker on how I feel. Use this platform. I could affect some motherfucker life, and don't judge a motherfucker about, as long as you know that motherfucker's heart is in the right place, I'm cool with that. It's goddamn, if that man want to use his motherfucking platform and be outspoken about shit that need to be talked about, motherfucker, let him do it. Fall the fuck back. Just because he ain't doing it your motherfucking way, you can see a motherfucker heart is in the right place. I'm going to stand for this motherfucking shit. That motherfucker Kareem, that motherfucker Will Chamberlain was playing against motherfuckers who was dribbling the ball like this around the court with one right hand, man. Motherfucking, and give me, if we going to the motherfucking park, Us five, we gonna go that motherfucker and fit right in. Is that the park ain't about to be full of low league motherfuckers. That's the first thing. So we already got the advantage. And two, we gonna need some motherfuckers who, one, gonna be ready to get down and dirty and gonna be ready to scrap if we motherfucking have to. And I need to bring 4 motherfuckers that I know that's gonna swing. Played with motherfucking but Mac was a motherfucker, man. 6'10" at that 2 guard, he was a motherfucker. A real motherfucker in Vegas. It feel like if you having a bad motherfucking day, he feel like he gonna be them. It's that motherfucker who gonna make you forget about everything that you motherfucker was going through and go shine some light on your motherfucking day. Bill Russell seemed like a funny motherfucker. Every time you hear him on interviews, he's always talking shit to a motherfucker. Or Dame Dollar seemed like a real motherfucker, dog. Dame Dollar's a motherfucker like, you damn right he was on that motherfucker, man. The powerful motherfuckers on here. With a motherfucker who then lost a lot of respect with me. And you two motherfuckers have an in-depth conversation. I want to hear that motherfucking conversation. He do it virtually because he know a motherfucker can't put them paws on them over through the motherfucking computer. But shit, like motherfucker, let's have a sit down. Let's keep it 100. Motherfucker, what's up?